In a move that raises more questions than gives out answers, Sri Lanka has reportedly allowed a Chinese naval vessel to dock in its waters, despite the ongoing ban on foreign research vessels. And the timing of this is triggering questions. Is this a coincidence or is it a worrying sign for India? Because this comes just days after India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar met the new Sri Lankan President, Anura Kumara Dissanayake. This was in Colombo. Let's just break down the developments for you. As per reports, Sri Lanka's Foreign Minister, Vijita Herath, insisted that there has been no shift in the country's policy regarding research vessels. In fact, he claims that the ship in question, the Lanka, a massive triple-masted ship with a crew of 130, is a training vessel and is not involved in research. Reports say the Chinese crew will stay until Friday, including offering briefings to Sri Lankan sailors and visiting tourist attractions. This docking, however, is raising questions over whether this is a strategic signal. You see, India has long been wary of China's growing footprint in the Indian Ocean, and recent reports, both in Indian and Sri Lankan media, regarding the island nation's relations with Beijing are only fueling this suspicion. Sri Lanka, remember, is located on a vital stretch of the world's shipping routes. Since 2017, Chinese investments have flooded into Sri Lanka, especially in its ports that reportedly serve not only the trade purposes but also potentially military ones. Now, consider this. Back in January, reportedly, after significant pressure from India, Sri Lanka banned Chinese research vessels from docking at its ports. But now, less than a year later, and after a recent presidential change, are we seeing a shift in Colombo's stance is the question. And what is at stake for Sri Lanka here? As per reports, Dissanayake's administration is leaning heavily on China for economic lifeline investments, trade opportunities, tourism, digital infrastructure. It is no secret that Sri Lanka's economy is in dire condition. So is Sri Lanka viewing China as an alluring partner for that reason? Experts say that China's Belt and Road Initiative is not just about pouring money into infrastructure. It is a move for China to extend its geopolitical reach. According to them, in fact, by strengthening ties with nations like Sri Lanka, Beijing gains leverage in the region, and Sri Lanka, in turn, becomes ever more dependent on China. Dissanayake's government reportedly is ready to deepen this partnership, even if it means testing its relationship with India that views Chinese encroachment in the Indian Ocean with increasing alarm. The Indian Ocean is not just another water body, you see. It's a strategic battleground. And any increased Chinese presence there threatens to tilt the balance of power in a region critical to India's national security. The fact that Chinese ships can actually dock in Sri Lankan ports, whether under the guise of research or training, undermines New Delhi's efforts to curb Beijing's influence. Whether it's the Chinese vessel Yuan Wang 5's visit to Hambantota in the year 2022, the Xi'an 6 research vessel docking in Colombo in 2023, and now questions being raised over the Lanka. And each visit raises fresh concerns about potential spying and monitoring activities. And it's not just India. Reportedly, even the US is concerned. In fact, it voiced its concerns about the Xi'an 6 docking in Sri Lanka last year. So why is Sri Lanka allowing these ships to dock is the question. Is Colombo playing a dangerous balancing act? On one hand, needing India, its closest neighbor and a key trading partner, and on the other, looking for China's investments to keep its economy afloat. And like we said earlier, the timing of this latest development raises more questions than answers. It comes just days after India's External Affairs Minister met with the Sri Lankan President in a series of high-level meetings in Colombo. And during those discussions, India, as per reports, extended an invitation to Dissanayake to visit New Delhi. Even as Dissanayake prepares to engage with India, his government appears to be quietly accommodating China's interests. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.